Welcome back to Movie Art Reviews. My name is Gabe, and man, do we have a special treat here for you guys. Today we're talking about The Flash. And before we begin, I'm not going to reveal anything that is not in the trailers. So if you have not seen the trailer, maybe it's a good idea to come back later. But if you have seen the trailer, that's basically what we're going to talk about. And of course, this is a non-spoiler review. But if you've seen the trailers, don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But let's just get right into it. The Flash, for me, it was a very good film. And I actually was not expecting this film to be the way it was, how good it was. I was very surprised. Like, even the main actor, Ezra Miller, hopefully I'm saying that name correctly, he brought it wonderful to the table. Like, the way that he portrayed the character in this film was absolutely incredible. Like, I absolutely enjoyed it more than like Justice League and like the other movies that he's been in. Like, his interpretation of the Flash in this movie was great. And more so when you see both for the first time, when they have like that amazing connection, like that brotherly connection. And although they are years apart, like they connected real well. And just to be able to see that and the way that story was on screen was incredible. This film is definitely going to surprise you in a lot of areas when you're talking about villains, when you're talking about heroes. Like, of course, as we know, like, not only is there a double Flash in this movie, but if you've seen the trailers, we also see that Michael Keaton returns as Batman himself. And he does an incredible job as well. It is great to see him in the role. Also, we get to see this amazing Superman. Actually, not even really a Superman, actually Superwoman, I guess. And, she's not really going to steal the show here. But I mean, it was still great to see her interpretation, as well as General Zod is back. And that essentially is the team of superheroes that we have in this film. And I think, story-wise, everything comes together. Like, I mean, this is a great story, and it's really amazing just to see how everything just kind of comes together in this amazing movie of The Flash. Now, of course, every movie is not perfect, and myself, I like, for real, like the DC universe, I'm actually not the biggest fan of, but man, The Flash has to be one of the bigger movies, in my opinion, that they have released. It is incredibly funny. Like, the comedy in this film is spot on. You're going to be laughing. There's times where you're also going to be crying too. Like, there's like the perfect mixture of everything that you want in a film, emotionally speaking. Like, I was not ready to cry in this film, but it almost got me there. It almost got me. The tears didn't come down through my cheeks, but let me just tell you, I was having water in my eyes for sure in a couple of those scenes. And let me also say that it is absolutely hilarious. I know I mentioned it before, but really, it is true. I said it twice. I said it 3 times. This movie is funny. Like, it is funny. And, even though there might be a couple jokes that might not land, but all the rest of them, man, golden. And, this movie might not be the perfect DC movie that people were looking for. As you may know, I've heard from other reviewers as well and we all agree that the CGI is just not the best here. And, there are going to be some scenes where it's just like, oh my gosh, they definitely could have changed that around. They could have made that a lot better. And especially when Miller is in both of those in a scene where there's 2 of them together. Sometimes you'll see like they did some type of like double replacement on the face or whatever it's called. And it just looks odd too. Like, not all the CGI looks bad, but there are definitely some scenes where you're going to be able to tell, like, oh, that's like am I watching like anime here? I mean, what's going on? Is this, am I watching The Incredibles right now? Like, I mean, you'll see like some of this, like, it seems very animated. And I read somewhere where they were trying to go for that look, but whatever it is, like, it just does not land here. And, DC has definitely made some great CGI in the past, but somehow they just weren't able to replicate it here. And I'm not going to blame, the CGI people who do that, because normally they're busted down with time and they don't have time to do the best job that they can do. So, but other than that, man, like it is a great movie. And I mean, there's a scene in here where it's one of the last battle scenes where I'm just not a fan of. But I mean, other than that, like, I mean, everything leading up to that, everything that happens after that, like, it is a good movie. This was a fun movie. And you're gonna sit down and be like, man, that was I had a great time watching that. That was a fun time that I had right now watching The Flash. And I honestly was not ready to say something like that, but it snuck up on you. It really does sneak up on you. And I'm just very surprised at what I have seen in this movie. And I wish that there was going to be more, but there is kind of not going to be more because of the whole Snyder verse coming, or excuse me. I'm right. The whole Snyderverse coming to an end, or whatever this universe is called, and a new director or whatever is going to take up a whole different type of DC universe, and I think they only got a couple more movies left before this universe ends. And I don't know where they're going to go from here. I honestly don't know what is the next step. If you have a chance to watch this in the theaters, definitely do it. I think I'm going to go for a second time, next week or something like that, because I definitely had a pretty good time, and maybe I might enjoy it even more. Maybe my grade might go up even more than it is right now. But for right now, I'm going to give The Flash an A-. Thank you guys so much for watching this movie review. If you liked it, make sure you drop a like, comment down below what you thought about this movie. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know. I would really like to know what you guys are thinking right now. And subscribe, of course, if you'd like. And, I guess we'll see you next time. Peace out.